Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to continue looking at ratio and proportion, and in today's video, I'm going to look at graph of quantities in direct proportion. Graph of quantities in direct proportion. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can plot a graph that shows the relationship or the quantities in the direct proportion. And I'm also going to show you how you can get the quantities from the graph. So watch this video up to the end, as I'm going to share with you the knowledge I've stated earlier on. With that being said, let's get into today's lesson. So in today's lesson, I'm going to use this statement to help us to come up with the graph, and I'm going to answer also this question 1, as well as question 2 and 3 as the final question in today's video. So let's get started with solving this question. So the statement is a car covered 40 kilometers every after 20 minutes. So a car covered 40 kilometers every after 20 minutes. Now let's go to the first question, which is question 1, which is plot a graph of the car mentioned above if it traveled for an hour. Plot a graph of the car mentioned above if it traveled for an hour. So what we're going to do here is we're going to plot a graph of this car traveling for an hour. Remember, the car was covering 40 kilometers every after 20 minutes. So I'm going to draw the lines here for the graph. We are going to plot. Okay, once we have done that, then we are going to identify the side of distance as well as the side of time. So distance will be on the vertical line here, okay, which will be in kilometers, and then time will be down here on the horizontal line, which will be in time in minutes. Okay, so now this is the graph we have come up with, a simpler one. Now I've taken note that the car was covering 40 kilometers. That's why I've seen my intervals in distances as the difference of 40 kilometers. And then in time, where the intervals is in 2020, distance the intervals are in 40, and in time the interval is 20 minutes. Okay, now once I've drawn like that, now I need to plot the graph. Okay, so what will help me to plot the graph is the statement given in the statement. The statement mentioned, we are told that 40 kilometers was covered every after 20 minutes. So if the car started off at 0 minutes, then it covered 20 minutes. That means it took 20 minutes. That means it covered 40 kilometers. So I'm going to write 20 minutes is equal to 40 kilometers. So if this car was to move an addition of 20 minutes, that means it will cover also an additional 40 kilometers. In total, that means it has covered 40 kilometers. So if it covers, or it has taken 40 minutes. Now, if it has taken 40 minutes, it will cover the distance of how many kilometers? So if we say 40, it has doubled the time, that means even the distance will be doubled. That means when it covers when it takes 40 minutes, it will cover 80 kilometers. Okay, when it doubles the time, it also doubles the distance. Okay, then we are told it traveled for an hour. Here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come up with the coordinates for my graph. In this case, the coordinates will be time and the distance. Okay, so when it covered a distance of when it took 60 minutes, when it traveled for 60 minutes, how many kilometers did it cover? So we are going to say if it triples the time, that means it also triples the distance. So if we multiply 20 by 3, will give us 60. And when we multiply 40 by 3, will give us 120. So when it took 60 minutes, it covered 120 kilometers. Now, these are the coordinates I'm going to use, which will help me to plot a graph. So the first coordinate is 20, 40. So we are going to check where 20 minutes is and where 40 kilometers is. So when you look at the graph, 20 and 40 kilometers there, these two lines there, they meet at this point. Okay, 20 is down here, 20 minutes, and 40 is in the vertical line there, which is 40. Then the two lines will meet where I've put a blue dot there in between. That's where they'll meet. Where will 40 and 80 meet? So 80 is there, 40 is down here. That means these two lines will meet there where I've put the blue dot there. I don't know if it's clear with you, but there's a blue dot where 80 and 40 meets. And then the last coordinate is 60 minutes to 120 kilometers. So you can see where 100 kilometer is and 60 where 60 is. Then these two lines, they meet there. Okay, where I've put the dot. Once I've done that, then the next thing, I'm going to join the three dots by one line. So I'm going to draw a line there and there. That means now I've joined the three lines. Now that is the graph I've come up with. That is the graph I've drawn for the vehicle, which was moving at a constant speed of 40 kilometers per 20 minutes. Okay, so that is the graph. Now I've plotted the graph for the mentioned vehicle. So that is the graph. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, that's how you come up with a graph of a moving vehicle. Now let's go to question number 2. How many kilometers did the car cover after traveling for an hour? Use the graph. So we are told to use the graph to determine the kilometers the vehicle covered. So what we are told is an hour, which is 60 minutes. So we are going first to identify where 60 minutes is. So 60 minutes is here. We have circled down here. Then when you look at this line, where is it meeting the light blue line? Okay, not any line, but this diagonal light blue line, which I have drawn, which present the graph. Okay, this is the line from 60 minutes meets the light blue line there, where I've circled. That's where they meet. Now, when they meet there, which number is this line, which is for 60 minutes, is meeting the other line for kilometers? You see that the line, this 60 minute line is meeting the line at that point where the light blue line is meeting with the 60 minute line. It's meeting also a 120 kilometer line. So that means in 60 minutes the vehicle covered 120 kilometers, the one I've circled there, because that's where the light blue line is meeting both of those lines. So meaning the vehicle covered 120 kilometers. So that will be the answer. So the car covered 120 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Question number 3 is, how many minutes did the car take to cover the distance of 80 kilometers? Use the graph. So we are encouraged to use the graph. So we are given 80 kilometers. That's what we are given. So we're going to circle 80 kilometers there, just like I've circled in yellow there. Once I've done that, then I'm going to follow that line of 80 kilometers to see where it meets the light blue line, which is the graph we have plotted. So it meets the line there. Once it meets the line there, then which line from the minutes meets the light blue line at the same point as 80 kilometers? You see that it's 40 minutes. So 40 minutes and 80 kilometers meets the light blue line there. That means the vehicle took 40 minutes to cover 80 kilometers. Okay, so it took 40 minutes. So that is the correct answer. So basically, this is how you answer questions, or you plot the graph of quantities in a direct proportion. So this is how you also get the quantities from the graph, as well as that's how you plot the graph from the quantities in the direct proportion. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. It has been easy learning Z Mathematics. The future is bright. See you in the next video, and God bless you.